I found that through a simple technique, whoa, I felt something. This can be done. Welcome to San Francisco. We are on the dock right here, and we felt like it would be the perfect place to come to do a levitation, believe it or not. Did you know that there is power in the center of the earth? And I've found a technique where you can actually harness in a certain spot just a little bit of it and literally cause yourself to raise up off the ground and float in thin air. Just briefly, just enough to prove that the laws of physics are not what they appear to be, okay? Now, you can see that there's nothing out here, nothing but seagulls and thin air, nothing but water and air, of which I'm going to try to catch a little bit of it right now. Now, let me find the right spot here. You got to find... Hey, be quiet. You got to find just the right spot here. Let me try. This seems pretty good right here. You may have seen, by the way, there are some magicians who take a jacket off, and what they'll do is they'll put it in front of them and then raise the foot up just like this. But I don't feel that's necessary. I don't feel you have to do that, so I'm not going to do it right now. But watch. Let me see if I can just catch a little bit of that power with this technique. Tell me what you see. You be the judge. Whoa, I felt something. Did you see that? Look at that. Nothing but thin air. Right off the ground, look. There's that, and thin air. And that is the King's levitation. Okay, we are going to learn the brand new King's Rising Levitation. This is not zero gravity. This is not the Balducci levitation. This is a different thing, and you will actually see both feet come up off the ground. Here is how it's done, and here's the presentation that has been worked out between Corey King, the originator of the effect, and myself to cover the one flaw. All you need is a way to manage it during the presentation. That's what misdirection is all about. So, this is great. This is what we've come up with. You walk out and you say to the people, now the angles for this, I'm going to turn facing you, but the spectators are going to be on the left by the wall right over here, okay? Now, you walk out, you talk to them. You're wearing a jacket. This is a must, basically, with the presentation. Your attire is to wear a jacket, somewhat baggy pants, and a shoe that is kind of thick, kind of full through here, and a shoe that you can easily pull your foot out of and come to the side. Okay? This is the prerequisite for this effect. So, you walk out, your spectators are directly on your left. You are going to face a 9 o'clock position, your spectators are at a 6 o'clock right here. But first, before you do that, you're going to talk to them. You're going to take your jacket off and you're going to say, I'm going to try something. And with this, it's not like the Balducci. You can let them know that you are about to attempt to literally get a force and raise up off the ground, and they will actually be able to see this happen. You're going to take your jacket off as a reason to run it through the air, turn around, go over top, let people know that they are not seeing any kind of wires here. There is nothing attached to you. They can't use that as an excuse. And that gives you an excuse to take off your jacket, because you're about to use it for something, which is to cover taking that foot out of the shoe. So you're going to say, just in the presentation that you saw, you're going to say, I'm going to turn a little bit to the side here because I find that it's a bit easy. Use that moment to get your heel of your left foot just to slightly rub against and pin down the heel in preparation for you being able to take your foot out of that shoe. You want to be easy. You want your laces tied loosely, or maybe even not even tied at all, just stuck in the bottom there. So use that moment as you're adjusting yourself to get your heel down on that shoe. Then you're going to say, look, there are some magicians, and you've probably seen them, that take a jacket. Now what you want here is you want width. You want a big enough jacket. I don't think a jean jacket quite does it. You want a little bit bigger of a jacket, and you want to spread it wide. Because what you need to cover is the knee coming out and the foot at the back. You want to try to not let your foot, when you pull it out, go back like this. You want to gently keep the knee in, like so. As this is covered here, keep the knee in. As you're balancing on the one foot, go out, and you want to go out at a perpendicular angle. Basically, you want to stub up against this shoe so that you're going to catch it and pull the shoe up. This foot is going to be off, perpendicular, covered by this leg and your baggy pants. Okay? So that's what you do when you've got the jacket wide out in front of you. That foot is going out as you're talking, and you are here. You are perpendicular. Then you say, but I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to take the jacket, and you will literally, I'm hoping, if I can catch something in the ground, I found a way to do it, to just raise up, and you will see what happens here. You get ready. What you're doing as you're getting ready is you're jamming your ankle and your left foot and your right ankle into that shoe, because you are going to pick up that shoe. You don't want a super heavy boot here. Okay? You want maybe sneakers, like the ones that I wear in the commercials that are kind of thick so that they can't see a glimpse of the toes on that side, and you want them kind of light. Some big Nike basketball sneakers that aren't too heavy, the more the lighter ones, those work perfectly for this, as long as you get your foot in and out. These hiking boots right here are perfect for the illusion. So here you are. You're here, and you are going to grab that with your ankle, and you are going to adjust and slowly go up off the ground and back down. You can go up a couple times, wobble a little bit in the air, and come back down. When you come down, as in the Balducci levitation, you hit, you go down as if you came from a little bit of a distance. Then, as they're reacting to that, because everybody's going to be reacting, seeing both feet come up off the ground, that is the killer with this. You're going to say, and you can see the difference between the magicians who do it with a jacket in front and what I do, which is with no jacket whatsoever. You saw that feet come right up off the ground. It only takes a second. It only takes a moment. That is your cover. That is your excuse to go from here, and you saw the magicians, blah, 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 blah. In you go, and bam, you walk straight forward. Your feet are exactly the same as they were. Nothing has changed down here. You can show the bottom of your shoes. There's no way that the shoes are gimmicked. No one is the wiser. People flip on this illusion. Do you know the reactions that we've gotten out of the commercials when people saw me go up and then they learned that it wasn't a gimmick? And people can't figure this one out either. This is the King's Rising. I want to let you know that it's a very, very copyrighted effect. This cannot go farther. Keep it to yourself. It's an absolute gem of an illusion. Use it wisely. Use it in the right conditions. You'll get amazing reactions with this. Enjoy it.